Alright, hi, how you doing everyone? It's me, Mr. 28. I'm founder and CEO of 28 Games. I want to thank you very much for joining me on another one of these videos. I really do appreciate it a lot. It's 5:45 right now, so that is 1745 hours. And as you know, I'll be picking up my mother soon in the next few hours. But there's something that I wanted to do again, and you're going to see, I've got some documents in front of me again. I just feel like this is appropriate to do again, to give it an encore, because it's a really, really special thing, regardless of what I've said about it, regardless of how I've torn it apart. This is really, really a big deal, and I just think that this whole contract deal deserves, to be showcased as much as it can be, because I can't say too much about it. So I got to, redact some things. Maybe I just felt like the first time I talked about it, I wasn't as, what do I want to say, not as impassioned about it when I was reading from it. Because, it's not every day that something like this happens. Okay, this is drawn up. This is an underwritten contract. It has terms, and it has a number. It has a number. And to be more specific, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits. And those digits are magical. And I want you to all understand that those digits didn't come easy. I had to pay a deposit for this. And I've said this and that and everything else about it, like, maybe it shouldn't have happened, maybe it wasn't right. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's kind of a I scratch your back, you scratch mine thing, because this is a bilateral executed contract. What that means is that there are two parties, okay? One is the benefiting party, and one is the obliger party, or something like that. The obliger party is basically the company or the entity or the person who agrees to do something for the other person who agrees to do something in return. In this case, I agreed to pay a deposit for a significant sum of money. As someone else kind of put it, it's kind of like a get out of jail free card. They didn't exactly say that, but I am paraphrasing it. But it's paying a whole lot of money to end, in my case, family suffering. Is it accurate to say it's family suffering? I'm gonna say in some ways yes, in some ways no. What I went through, obviously, with my dad dying, everything going south from there, taking care of my sister, my mother, basically losing their mind, and that it was tough. At that time, it was suffering, it was torture. But yeah, is suffering the most accurate term at this juncture? Well, not necessarily. Doesn't mean that everything's 110%, because it's not. Everything's not 110%. This is, my mother is mentally ill. Unfortunately, though, before I get to this, I would like to mention something, because this is a vlog, and it's why I want to provide updates so that you guys know how I'm doing. Turns out my mother was denied for Social Security Disability Insurance, that's SSDI, through Social Security Administration. I thought she was applied for survivor's benefits or widow support. Widow support is basically when you have a spouse that pays into the system, they work all their life, they pay Social Security, Medicare, which my father did. My father Jerry, who passed from cardiac arrest just over 5 years ago. He paid into the system, but according to my state, or the Social Security Administration, she's not disabled under their rules. Now, I think that's kind of a bunch of BS, because she's been through a whole bunch of, she has a trail, that's what they want, right? They want a trail. She's been to a whole bunch of psych wards. She spoke with a psychiatrist, and it still wasn't enough. And the thing is about Social Security is that, they're really, really kind of cutthroat, and, they look at, my understanding is that they look at 4 questions, and they say, okay, if they can answer the first question, they move on to the second one. If they can answer that one, they move on to the third, fourth one. If they don't have to answer the third or fourth question, they only get to the first 2 questions. This person qualifies in their eyes, because it's a strong vetting process. They want to make sure, Social Security wants to make sure people aren't getting on the system, don't want to, laundering money, mooching off the government, everything. And I totally get that because people do that. So that's why they're so stringent with this. But what I don't understand is that in my mother's case, she's clearly mentally ill. I've been around it. She does hide it from everyone else, so I'm obviously the only one who knows what's up. She was diagnosed with bipolar and with psychosis features, type 1 bipolar with psychosis features. Is the bipolar an accurate diagnosis? From our local mental health center? Well, based on what I've seen from her the last year and a half of me being back at this house, driving her home, driving her to work, yes and no. Her emotions do fluctuate a lot. But psychosis, oh hell yeah. Yeah, she's got psychosis for sure. She will, in one of my journal entries today, which I put up on YouTube and Instagram, which I was able to, so go ahead and take a look at that when you can. I'll appreciate it. But one of my journal entries, I said that she does this thing where it's kind of like this psychological or mental shift, 6-hour shift. So for 6 hours, she'll be fine. Chipper, totally good. Totally baseline. And then after 6 hours, she'll flip. Just like that. Go into herself, introvert, and I have witnessed it so many. By the way, this is my old XP Triple I game shirt right here. My old logo. But anyway, I've witnessed that so many times, and it's not fun to deal with. It's very frustrating. It's giving me stress brows. You don't know what stress brows are? They're long, elongated eyebrows you get from stress. I've gotten a lot of them. They're not fun. Not fun to look at, but I've gotten more of them now than I have. Surprisingly, I've gotten more stress brows now than when my mother was going nuts and yelling and screaming on my room, and I was taking videos right in this very spot in this chair. She doesn't do that anymore, but she's still not right. Nope, she's still not right. I think she needs a guardian. She needs to be assisted living facility, which honestly, where she works is an assisted living facility. It's a rehab center, in a nursing home. Which is assisted living. That's a place where she needs to be, and I worry about her every single day. And I think that's fair as an adult son, as any son or daughter that care about their loved one, their mother, their father, in a time of strife and a time of difficulty, which this clearly is. Is she getting better? Sure. Yeah, she's getting better. Is she 110%? No, she's not. And she does these things where she talks to herself, blows off steam, goes in what I call leapfrogging between bathroom to bathroom, close that door, first floor, come up here, do it in the second floor. Then she'll go in the master bedroom, my parents' bedroom, click, click, doors lock, stomp, bang, 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 and that's literally what she does. All the time. And when I'm bringing her home in my car, the Scion, I'm saying scioning her home all the time. It's just a cool thing. It's just I'm a writer, That's what we do. But she'll be in the passenger seat, right? She's in the passenger seat. So it's good she's in the passenger seat because I can keep an eye on her. She'll look towards this is the passenger door right here. She'll go, and she'll just mutter and talk to herself. And it's clear psychosis. Psychosis attack. Psychotic episode. Sometimes I'll mute my radio and I'll say, "What was that? What'd you say?" And then she won't say anything, or she'll say, "Oh, nothing. No. Nice try. You're not gonna fool me. You're not gonna fool me because I've been around you almost a year and a half now. I know what you do. I know what you did before. There's reasons why my sister has guardianship. There's a reason why this house has been destroyed. There's a reason why there's damage all over the place. There's a reason why 46 cops have been called, 44, 45 cops. There's a reason why I lost the car, the Hyundai Sonata or the Everywhere Mobile, as you know. Then that 05 Jeep Liberty. 6 reasons right off the bat. And mind you, I do got a little case file here for her, how many times the cops came here. It doesn't hold that much weight. That's when I was trying to get a lawyer. That backfired. That didn't work. But I tried. I'm Mr. 28. My tagline's crazy, ambitious, clever, historic. So I try. And sometimes it feels like I've failed. I want to do more, but you know what? You can't do everything because you need money to do everything. Okay? It's a bottom line. Yeah, I know people say, money's the root of all evil and money can't buy happiness. Very true. But you need money to do absolutely everything in this life. Or an agent, my version of GTA 6. Okay? Hashtag agent. To get by, you gotta bank. You gotta have bank. You gotta have a nest egg. You gotta get a high-end yield savings account. Okay? If you win the lottery, that's what you're supposed to do. Start saving. Unfortunately, that's a difficult thing to do because you look at the political landscape. It sucks. Horrible. Political landscape here in the States, horrible. Not even going to say Republican, Democrat. I'm going to say both, by the way. Okay? Because both my parents are independent. They look at the issues. I kind of look at the issues too, honestly. I'm just sick and tired of hearing all the political crap and all these, Trump and Kamala Harris. They play the same ones over and over. It's like, give it a rest. Okay? It's almost the holidays. It's going to be October. It's going to be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's all going to fly by. But in any case, yeah. That's where my mother is right now. I'll be picking her up soon. It's almost 6, 1,800 hours, 6 o'clock. So I want to read this again. This is the contract. It is a $10 million contract. It has two components. $10 million contract. And then what I call an annuity, second annuity component, because I'd be able to get a certain amount of revenue from the total sales of this company's very successful product. And I will let you figure out what that successful product is. But without further ado, here we go. I'm going to redact where I need to. Okay? Aaron, CEO and founder of 28 Games, we are pleased to inform you that Redacted have agreed to reward you $10 million in return for a deposit of $1,868.55. This was agreed on due to your contributions on our upcoming 2025 title, Redacted. You have been an incredible help to one of our development teams ran by Redacted, who was inspired by your very helpful ideas. This includes realistic steering, realistic tire physics, vehicle fueling, selective non-player character dialogue, and NPC non-playable character dialogue. Redacted has explained everything to us about your backstory and passion for our Redacted franchise. And for that, you deserve this reward even more. Mr. Redacted has also informed me that he set up everything you need to ensure that the deposit will make it to our department. Please note that once the deposit is paid, it can take up to 28 days or 4 weeks for the reward to appear in your online banking account, which, to be clear, it was going to be through Chime, which isn't a financial institution. It's a finance company through the Bancorp Bank. That, for one reason or another, didn't go over well because they don't do international transfers from the Bank of Scotland. It would be the bank to the U.S. So in lieu of that, we tried to do a check. The check would be for the same amount. It was my understanding the check had confidential marked on it in an envelope. It didn't make it for one reason, because of mail fraud. I will tell you that from mail fraud in Massachusetts. I never heard anything about that, but to be very, very honest with you, nothing surprises me nowadays. Not at all. This world is so damn crazy. I don't even have a teleprompter in front of me, seriously. Or prompts or anything. This world's just nuts. Just look at what's going on over Colorado. Freaking Venezuelan, the Da Nang, or it's like the freaking Da Nang boys there in San Fierro. It's seriously. it's kind of like Rockstar was saying something there in GTA San Andreas. In any case, so it was going to be ACH transfer, automated clearhouse here in the United States, but wouldn't work between the Bank of Scotland and Chime because Chime does not do international transfers, which doesn't make sense to me because they really should. And the check didn't work out because it was evidently stolen. I'm very unfortunate. Okay. We are aware of the strikes on your YouTube channel. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Aaron, for everything you have done for Redacted. We hope to stay in contact with you after all this is over for future Redacted content. You could earn a potential 0.5% revenue, which I'm calling an annuity, from our future updates if you agree to be involved. Regards from Redacted and the entire Redacted team. And I sign my name, signature, printed, and then April 14th, 2024. Just in case there were some of you who, make sure you can't see that, just in case for you in the back, I almost sound Scottish there, for Scots, using the book, a very good Scottish accent, but just in case, for some reason, you didn't see it, it's an encore presentation. An encore means more. Say, watch something more, say something more, something. I just feel like months before 2025, this is really, really appropriate. So you can go ahead and take a look at that. I've got my journal entries up on YouTube, on Instagram. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, concepts, journals, looking for stuff from GTA 6, Project, Artemis, everywhere, Mind's Eye, and it's going to all go up on my channels, or my socials, my main ones, where I post my content, which is YouTube and Instagram. If Instagram doesn't go all draconian and remove my content because I'm writing too much, but again, I do understand that because you post too much in a short amount of time, it does make you look like a bot, and X has got something to say about that because there's bots all over X. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Okay, I am Mr. 28, or Aaron. I am the Chief Executive Officer and Founder of 28 Games. Crazy, ambitious, cleverly historic. I want you all to be safe, be about your ambition, and hug your loved ones always. Let them know because they want to know from you like you want to hear from them. In this crazy world, watch yourself. Check yourself, and you ever find yourself in uncharted territory, the hood or something like that, yeah. I don't know why I feel bad saying, but know the signs, because it do be like that, Concrete jungle. If you can climb out, if you can climb out to life, do it. You'll be glad that you did. I know it's tough. I know, I don't know exactly who's watching all this, but, I'm getting to be a bigger name as time goes on, and I want to be ambition, inspiration, and why don't I do like a little kind of infomercial, little ad for GTA 6, just, the wonderful thing about GTA 6 is that there's a lot of ambiguity to it, and what's so great about it is that Rockstar's essentially giving you the key. If you could just kind of imagine, you could design the game, you could design the map, you could design the characters, the dialogue, whatever the case may be, any aspect of an intellectual property, a GTA game, that's kind of essentially what's happening. And I think, it's wonderful because it really is kind of giving people like an ambitious guideline. All these concepts and stuff with Jason and Lucia and Leonida. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, but I know it is Spanish. It's just really, really special how Rockstar is doing this. And you have a lot of great people in the GTA community that are banding together, and all these artists and conceptualists that are creating all these concepts, and you're seeing what they're made of. People are seeing this, it's like, oh wow, that's awesome. I want to do that. It's inspiring me. And I really wish I could say one word to define this whole thing. I know I've said it's crazy. I know I've said it's a clown show. And in some ways, yeah, that's valid and that's true, because it's been a very, very long time. And I myself have been doing this for almost 9 years. And to me, when I think about it, that's incredible, because I've done this in my best day and my worst day. When my father was still in the picture, when my parents would argue and stuff like that. And you know how sometimes, have you ever had your ears get really hot and itchy? Like blood's bursting through them? Well, that's stress. That's actually anxiety. If you get any tingles or anything like that, that's all anxiety and all stress. Story of my short story. My last few years, or a project of life. Because that's what all this is. What I really should do one time is have a little watermark here where it says rated M for mature down here. Kind of make it look like it's a trailer. Kind of a preview. I think that'd be really cool. But, life is a long, long road. I made it this far, and it's been crazy. It's been really, really, really crazy. But yeah, I just thought this was appropriate to do. Read on this contract again until with 2025 coming. It's gonna be October 1st on Tuesday. It's gonna go by quick. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. You watch. I said a few months ago. I said in July. I said it's gonna be October 1st tomorrow. Well, it's gonna be October 1st in a few days. All right. Again, thank you so much for joining me, all of you. You're great, for watching my stuff and looking at all that stuff about the $10 million contract deal. Just $10 million, Yeah, that's something. Not everyone has this happen. I feel very blessed. It's another blessing I can count. I can count many of them since I took care of my sister. But hopefully this video is not 20 minutes long. If it is, I'm sorry. But I'm coming back with plenty more. So take care, stay safe, stay in the fight, stay in peace. Take care. Bye-bye.